Welcome to Plus One Zoology online class. Today we are continuing with this chapter Animal Kingdom part 6. First we have to discuss about phylum Archaehelminthes. Archaehelminthes means roundworms. We are going to talk about its general characters now. They are commonly called roundworms. By appearance, they are roundworms. Number 2, they are aquatic or terrestrial. Means some of the roundworms are aquatic in nature. They are enjoying both freshwater system or marine system. But some others are terrestrial in nature. They are adapted to land life. Free living or parasitic in plants and animals. Then another one character of this roundworm, some of the roundworms are free living, but some others are parasitic on both plants and animals. Third point, they are bilaterally symmetrical. That means body parts are distributed equally either side of the longitudinal axis. They are triploblastic, means their body parts are derived from 3 germ layers. They are pseudocoelomates, means they have a false coelom. They have a cavity, but it is look like a coelom, but actually that is not a true coelom. Then they have an organ level of organization, means they have cells, tissues and organs, but they have no organ system. Digestive system is complete. They have a large muscular pharynx. In associated with the digestive system or alimentary canal of roundworms, there is a large muscular pharynx. This is the critical character of phylum Archaehelminthes. The next point, excretion by excretory tubes. Roundworms have some excretory tubes. They are in excretory in function. They opens outside through excretory pores. The next point, sexes are separate. Separate means they are dioecious, means male sex organ is found in separate individual and also female sex organ is found in other individual. There are males and females. They show sexual reproduction. They are practicing sexual reproduction. Then coming to the style of fertilization, that is internal fertilization. The fertilization process, takes place inside the body. Then development is indirect or direct, means some of the roundworms directly undergo the development without a larval stage, but some other roundworms they are able to develop into adult through the larval stage. That is called indirect development. Then we are going to discuss its examples. Ascaris lumbricoides, that is the scientific name of Ascaris. Its common name is roundworm. Usually it will cause roundworm infection in humans. The next one is Ancylostoma. Full name it is Ancylostoma duodenale. Its common name is hookworm. The next one is Wuchereria. Wuchereria means filarial worm. Filarial worm, it will cause filariasis or elephantiasis or Manthurogam. Here we can see some photographs of some of the roundworms. First one, it is human roundworm. Mostly it will be causing ascariasis in human. It will cause so many discomforts. It will cause abdominal distension. It will block our intestine due to the multiplication of these parasites in our intestinal tract. Then second one is hookworm. Hookworm means in Malayalam it is called kokkapuru. Usually it will be causing infection in intestinal mucosa, and it have a speciality. The only roundworm which absorb directly the blood. That is the hookworm's speciality. Then the third photograph, it is filarial worm. the blood picture showing microfilaria, that is the photograph. Then the fourth picture, it is filariasis or elephantiasis, allengil mandurogam. Then we are going to discuss the next phyla, that is Annelida, phylum Annelida. We are going to discuss about its general characters now. First one, they are terrestrial. Terrestrial means some are adapted to terrestrial life or land life. Some are freshwater in nature. They are adapted to freshwater life, but some others are marine. Marine means they are inhabited in ocean. Then they are free living or parasitic. Some of them are free living in nature, but some others are parasitic on and some animals. Second point, they are bilaterally symmetrical. Already you know bilateral symmetry. They are triploblastic. Already you know. They are metamerically segmented. Metamerical segmentation is the critical character of phylum Annelida. What do you mean by metamerical segmentation? Means the body is divided into equal compartments. The equal compartments, that is called metameres, and such character is called metamerical segmentation. That is a critical character of phylum Annelida. Then there are eucoelomates. Eucoelomates means they have a true coelom. They have a true coelom. Actually, all these phyla, that means the Porifera to Archaehelminthes, they were either acoelomates or pseudocoelomates. Actually, a true coelomatic character will be starting from this phyla Annelida. Then digestion is complete. That means the digestive system has both the mouth and the anus. Then circulatory system is closed type. This is one of the characteristic feature of this Annelida. Actually, in case of lower animals, the only Annelida members, actually it will be going to show the circulatory closed type of circulation. Then what about its excretion? Excretion is excretion process. It will be done by nephridia. Nephridia are the excretory organs of Annelida. This is also a critical character of phylum Annelida. Then about their locomotory organs. Actually, their locomotion, it is possible by the help of two types of muscles. One, it is called longitudinal muscle, and another one is called circular muscles. Then we are going to explain what are the special locomotory organs in case of some annelids. In case of earthworm, setae, microscopic setae are the locomotory organ of earthworm. That is an important question you have to expect for your term and also public examination. Even for entrance examination, it is also important. The locomotory organ of earthworm, it is microscopic setae present on its outer surface. Then parapodia means, this is the locomotory organ of Nereis. Nereis is an annelid which is inhabited to marine area. Then about its reproduction, that is reproduction is sexual. Earthworms and leeches are hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites means they are monoecious. That means there is no sexual distinction. Both male and female sex organs are found in a single organism. Actually, they are monoecious. They are hermaphrodites. They have no males and females. But in case of Nereis, it is an annelid inhabited to the seawater. That is dioecious in nature. Means there are males and also females. Then about their development, they will be undergoing direct development. That means they have no larval stage. Now I am going to explain its the examples of some annelids. First one is Ferritima. Ferritima is the genus name of earthworm. There are so many earthworms. There are so many different types of earthworms are there. Actually, earthworms are better for farmers, and also that will facilitate plant growth by providing some essential nutrients and fertilizers. The excretory material, that is the worm castings of earthworms, that will facilitate the plant growth in our soil. And also, so in such a way, we are preferring these earthworms for vermiculture methods, vermicomposting methods. The next one is Hirudinaria. Hirudinaria means it is a blood-sucking leech usually found in our paddy field and also some marshy areas. That is called Hirudinaria granulosa. That is common name is blood-sucking leech. Actually, its saliva will be having a natural anticoagulant called hirudin that will prevent bleeding. When a leech bite on human or some other animals, what is happening means through the injury. After blood feeding, through the injury there is a profuse bleeding. Actually, the bleeding it is caused by the natural anticoagulant present, that is called hirudin, present in the saliva of leech. Then one of the facts here it is in our Western Ghats, in our Kerala forest areas and also some other parts of forest areas, usually there are so many forest leeches were there. Actually, these leeches found in forest are not Hirudinaria. Actually, these are another one genus that is called Hemidipsa. Its full name it is Hemidipsa coccineana. In our Western Ghats forest area, almost all area will be having the presence of this blood-sucking leech that is called Hemidipsa coccineana. Actually, that will be making so many challenges to forest officers and those who are in touch with the forest. The next one it is Nereis. Nereis means it is an annelid that is inhabited to seawater, and actually just like centipede, actually that is not centipede. Next, we are going to see some photographs related to annelids. Here, first one is earthworm. Then second one is leech, Hirudinaria granulosa. Usually it is found in our marshy areas and paddy fields. Then last one is Nereis. Nereis, actually it is a marine organism. There is no possibility to it is not common to us. Only I have seen some laboratories only these Nereis. Okay, thank you. This part of the video it will be over here. Okay, you can clarify your doubts and you can directly contact with me. I will try to clarify your doubts. Okay, thank you.